Well, good afternoon, folks. I'm not at the farm right now. I'm in Beaver Lodge. I'm just here to remind you to shop local. Yesterday I had what can only be described, well, it's not a flat tire. It can only be described as a catastrophic failure of a front tractor tire. It just went, no, it was more like, how do you say that? Yeah, I guess it's like that. Anyways, you get the point. Catastrophic failure of a tractor tire. Big deal, bad deal, expensive deal. Anyways, did some phoning around because I never even thought to come into Beaver Lodge. I'm like, because they're not going to have it, and they don't have it. But my first initial instinct was like, they're not going to have it. But somebody in Grand Prairie, which is also pretty local to us, is going to have it. Well, fooling around. No, they can't. They don't have it. And the price range, I say it's expensive, but really it's cheaper than I thought it was going to be. Price range was from about $270 to $380 for the same 1100-16 3-rib tractor tire. Pretty broad range. Anyways, I was talking to the folks over here at Tirecraft in Beaver Lodge, and they're like, yeah, no, we don't got one. We got a 4-rib. I said, ooh, 4-rib. Like, what would happen if I run a 4-rib on one side and a 3-rib on the other side? You say, well, you know, you're going down the field, it's going to track more to one side than the other, and so, you know, if you're doing any kind of field work, it can screw you up a little bit over time and it can get old, right? So I'm like, yeah, no, let's chuck a 3-rib on there. It's the same. What's the price? We're gonna have it here tomorrow, delivered, installed, ready to go, $230. So you tell me this, it's coming from Edmonton, right? So it's got to go another, well, you know, from one side of the city of Grand Prairie to out here in Beaver Lodge. So that's close to 45-50 kilometers probably by the time you cross the city. And it's considerably cheaper. Like how is that? How is it possible that it goes further and it's still cheaper? Anyway, so it's a good reminder to phone your local guy first, and probably save yourself phoning 6 other shops in Grand Prairie that still don't got it and are going to charge you more to not have it. So I'm back home here now. Of course, the sheep are out. We just had a hell of a rainstorm come through. We're moving the sheep back, and that's how dry it is. Even after we had all that rain come through, just the sheep walking across is enough to kick up the dust. Man, oh man, just cannot catch a break. Last night I had the tractor down here, right here, put a round bale over there. Now the thing about a round bale is that it should be able to last 25 head of cows 3 days. That's kind of a good rule of thumb. Well, they sure destroyed that rule of thumb. They licked that thing up in a day. There's a little bit left, but not much. Oh boy. And I don't think the sheep ever had much to do with that. And I'm certainly sure that little donkey and that little pony didn't eat all that either. Anyhow, the plan was to run 2 bales down here, but I got a flat tire before I got down with the second one, so I'll bring him another one down here tomorrow afternoon, I guess. All right, so we get the sheep back in here where we're supposed to, don't we, Charlotte? Did they go for a bit of an escapade?
Yeah, but
down across the field?
Show them the sheep.
And so we found little buddy here. He's not dead. He's just taking a nap, I promise. Anyways, poopy back end. Must have a bit of a tummy ache, so we sent Mama Bear up the hill to go get some juice for him. We'll get him all treated. Just having a look. I mean, my first go-to with this is probably worms. So we'll give him a little bit of Ivermectin. But then, looking up underneath of his eye, just pulling his eyelid down, looking at the FAMACHA score, he's pretty pink in there. So that's generally my go-to. Like, okay, are they losing color underneath their eyelid? Are they losing body conditioning? Are they loose around the back end? I'm going to treat them for worms. Now, nobody else is showing signs of it, so I'm not going to go ahead and dose 40 sheep with Ivermectin. What we're going to do is we're going to monitor, right? So we basically treat the condition not treat the entire flock. If they're not sick, I'm not going to put a bunch of ivermectin in them, and then what you end up with is worms that are ivermectin resistant, right? And then you're just constantly rotating treatment and constantly treating, and why would you do that if you didn't have to, right? So better to not build up resistant parasites and just treat them as you need to.